Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Darius from DariusCooks.tv, and you know how you want something like real good and cheesy and indulgent? That's kind of like all the time. I know. But I got you today. I'm gonna do a riff on the mac and cheese, but it's gonna be called Tortellini and cheese. One-pot meals that'll be amazing. Let's get started, all right? With one of my favorite ingredients, the seasoning of the South, some butter. All right, so in my skillet or Dutch oven, we're gonna put some butter and let that butter sort of melt. I'm putting about 2 tablespoons of butter. And why is it important to know it's 2 tablespoons of butter? Because I'm gonna do the same with the flour. So once the butter melts, then I'm gonna add in the flour, just sprinkle it in, and then give it a stir, just to make sure you get out any of the lumps that are in here. And we're gonna cook this just for 65 seconds or so. So into the pot, I'm gonna add in some half and half. But if you know me, we gotta season this, right? Because right now there is no seasoning in this sauce whatsoever. And that's just not how we roll around here. All right, so let's do that. Let's grab salt, good pinch, fresh cracked black pepper. All right, I've got a little bit of onion powder. And let's load it up with one of my favorite ingredients of all times, garlic powder. All right, let's give this a stir. And as you can see, it thickens up really quickly. That's exactly what we want to see. Nice thickness on that sauce. I'm gonna kill the heat and let's take it over and add in our pasta. All right, to the bechamel, let's add in some cheese, all right? Any kind you want. I've got some triple cheddar happening over here. I've got some Parmesan, just right out the bag. Some Italian cheese blend, and then this is some classic mozzarella. Give that a good stir. And see how that starts to melt in there already? That's what we're going for, right? And then I've got some tortellini. Now you could use tortellini, you could use ravioli. It's store-bought, the fresh stuff, right? So it's really, really good. I'm not boiling it beforehand because if you do that, you're gonna kill it twice, right? So just one time is all we need. I'll toss it in here, then I'll give it a good stir. All right, so all I wanna do now is just transfer this to a casserole dish, one that's great for the oven. So everything just goes just like that, and then we'll smooth it out so that when the cheese melts down, it's nice and even. Now, I'm a fan of a couple of different ways to do the topping. So one of the ways is I'm gonna add a little bit of extra cheese right on top. The other way I like to do this, not just cheese, but I like a little crispy sort of breadcrumb topping. So I've got some panko breadcrumbs, which are like Japanese breadcrumbs. They're more breadcrumbier, I guess, than regular breadcrumbs. You can find these pretty much at every store, right? And then we sprinkle on top of the cheese. That way you sort of get a nice crispy texture on top, but you also get some of that cheese. All right, now into the oven this goes until it's nice and golden brown. All right, so I pulled the pasta out of the oven, and I'm just gonna chop some fresh parsley, just for a nice bright spot of green right on top. We're gonna, ooh, you hear that crisp? That's what those panko breadcrumbs do. I am all for cheesy, perfect deliciousness. I mean, what do you want me to say? I like the piece Davis is throwing. It is so good. Listen, you gotta give it a try. Recipes like this, you know where they're gonna be on the website, DariusCooks.tv. There's 2 things I gotta tell you, as I always do. Food is my life. It's my food. Until next time, gotta wish you a happy cooking. My heart to yours. Bye, y'all.